Hello everyone, welcome to the third episode of the Method to Madness podcast. This will probably be my last time doing a stream on Twitch. But like as always, like my stream link, my Streamlabs is in the link provided on my Twitch, so you can donate to the show. 100% of the proceeds go to the show. And today's guest, I'm really happy to see, and he's been killing it all over Toronto, and is Xavi De Guzman.
Ooh, you got French with that.
I know I did. Well, French and Spanish are really close together, so I'm sorry.
Don't let them hear that. I think that's something cancelable. That's to say that live. I think that's cancelable from like this French and Spanish people.
No, probably. Well, that's the thing about comedy. You're always offended someone by accident.
Yeah. I learned that the other day.
You did? Really? Like, what did someone get offended at you with?
It wasn't so much about being offensive. I was talking with Vaughn, and he just said like, don't be afraid to offend someone because someone's gonna get offended. And so, I think that's interesting. Where it's just like, you can be a safe comic, but there's no name one safe comic.
There's none.
Especially in today's world. Like, sure, like, you had your one-liners like Jerry Seinfeld or something.
Even he's been, like, getting flack.
Yeah.
Like, as I said to everyone, like, there is, like, it's been, like, a year and a half being on the other side of the fence because I used to watch comedy all the time.
Yeah.
You're always going, like, it doesn't matter what you say, you're going to offend someone.
Yeah.
You could say, like, I had a great day, and someone's going to find that offensive somehow.
No, yeah, I've actually probably been the one offended by that at one point, where it's like, have a great day. Like, who are you to tell me to have a great day? Fuck off. Can I swear on this?
You can swear. Like, I have a 100% not unfiltered policy. Just obviously no slurs or whatever, because...
Okay, I was about to say, what gets you canceled on Twitch?
What gets you canceled on Twitch via just being a comedian?
Fair. My friend, she sat on a cupcake.
Yeah.
Raquel, if you end up watching this, she sat on a cupcake and then she got banned from Twitch.
Let me guess, sexual conduct I'm missing?
I guess. But like, what? Sitting on a cupcake?
Yeah, like, I've seen... The what's it called? The standards of practice on Twitch are so random. There was, like, you can say something offensive on here, probably will get you banned for upwards to a month. But there was a couple on here who had sex live on their Twitch.
Here, on this couch?
Not on this couch.
I thought it looked familiar. It's fucking casting couch.
It does look like the casting couch. That's what I'm worried about.
I was scared. I was scared when he showed me where
you were really sitting and
where it's like, we're doing it right here. I'm like, I could take that sentence so many ways. It's so weird.
But like, literally, they were having sex on stream and they were only banned for like literally a day.
What gets you permanently banned?
I don't know. Like, it permanently banned is so vague on Twitch. Like, I've seen people get banned for just like permanently banned just for like reacting to content that everyone else was reacting to, like, for example, like, they're just watching like some TikTok videos. Yeah. Banned, like, permanently.
Interesting. They
just talk about nothing, like how we're talking right now.
Yeah.
Banned permanently. And it's so weird. Like, it's just so strange.
Sean loves Nazis.
Now we're gone. That's it. Now I'm banned from here. Like, I was planning on leaving anyways, so I don't really care. But like,
Sean told me
no, I don't.
Didn't happen.
What did you just say? Oh, good God! What did you just say?
I said you told me that the Holocaust didn't happen.
What the fuck? I'm writing a set on people who don't believe in the Holocaust. And all I'm saying is just basically, like, because it's illegal in Germany to deny the Holocaust, you know that? And I'm like, you would think the one country that would want to deny it would not make it illegal, but they made it freaking illegal, so therefore it clearly happened.
The Germans are, like, doing everything that the Americans want to happen.
Yeah.
for like reparations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Germany is just doing it all.
As they should. Like, that was like the dark... I watch a lot of World War II documentaries, so it's like literally one of the darkest chapters of human history. Like...
It's ironic that Hitler got his like playbook from like the Declaration of Independence, pretty much, essentially.
Really?
Like, he got it from like the American outline when it comes to slavery.
Like,
and how to control like slaves.
Because I remember that's in the Declaration of Independence. Like,
not the Declaration of Independence. I was fucking around there.
Yeah.
But like, there's still some pretty racist stuff in the Declaration.
Yeah,
like,
there
is. I don't know who wrote it, but there is like a manual of how. It's not a manual. It's like an essay of how to go about controlling your slaves. From how to break them down, how to separate the men from the women from the children, type thing. Like, that was Hitler. Hitler took it from the Americans.
And also, I think, like, because like Benito Mussolini is the founder of fascism, so I think I watch a lot of World War II documentaries. So like he got all that stuff from him as well. And this, like, the thing about the Declaration of Independence, people, I'm Canadian, and so I have no idea what the hell's on there. So that's like you could tell me
about guns.
Something about guns, something about one nation.
Was it the Declaration, or was it what? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Is that the amendments? The Declaration is the amendments?
I have no idea, man.
Yeah.
Because like all I know, like, you can tell me like a bit about the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. I understand.
I want to know what Sean does know about. Dragon Ball Z. How do you open this? I looked at it. I saw it.
Yeah.
This guy has Dragon Balls.
Yeah, I do.
He doesn't know the Declaration of Independence.
But I know a lot about Dragon Ball lore. I am not lying. I know characters that no one will even remember.
If Piccolo is like a black person, what is Popo?
Popo? Like, see, no one fucks with Popo.
What did he do? He was a slave to what's
Kami.
Yeah.
No, but like the thing is just like there's my friend who did Dragon Ball Z Abridged. He told me that there's a scene where Goten and Trunks turn Super Saiyan, fight him at the exact same time.
Popo?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, there is. I've seen it. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. Like, and he just blocks everything that they're doing like it's nothing. So like that's how come like no one can fuck with Popo.
That's fair.
So I'm just like sitting down here like, what would he be? I don't know. Like,
it's like Popo and they were around when Goten and like they were learning fusion. I think
they were. It's the Majin Buu arc they were doing that in, and now we're talking about Dragon Ball. Like there's a lot of things you can learn.
You gotta control this interview, Sean. Like I hate to say it, but it's like because I hosted stuff before, like I'm a dangerous guest because I'll hijack this and I wouldn't even know it. So
I know exactly. I know. I got a third episode, man. Come on, like. Okay, so let's just like I'm just gonna do. Okay, so like now I'm all flustered, motherfucker. Okay. But like, okay, let's go on.
I'll give you great content. I'll give you great soundbites and stuff.
That's no problem. I'm fine with that. You can I can send you this video right after.
You have to control this interview.
I will try my best to control it. Thanks for the heads up. This is my third podcast ever, my third interview ever. So there's that. Okay, but here we go. So like, I ran into like a few months ago, just mulling about downtown doing the open mics. So how
more than a few months actually, because you were around in one of the first mics that I did, and it was in December.
It's still like 8 months ago, man. Like 7, 8.
You're terrible at math. You went from a few to 8. It's been 6 months.
It's been 6 months. Whatever. But like, I'm just guessing off the top of my head, motherfucker. Like, okay, but like, it's just like this. You were doing it then. Like, how long were you doing it since? Like
December.
That's when you first started.
Yeah.
What made you want to start, anyways?
Life.
Really?
Depression. Yeah. Stuff happened, and I had to move back here. I was out west, and for legal purposes, I can't speak about it yet.
No problem.
But yeah, depression hit hard, and then my therapist was like, "You should move back home." And yeah, my I was definitely considering the S word. I know that can get you canceled.
Yeah, it
sure.
can
So
get
it's
me
like
canceled.
certain words I'm not gonna say.
Even though it's like it's still technically the medical term for it. I'm like,
so it's like, and then my therapist was like, move back home, and then I came back home, and then shout out to Jazz, because Jazz was the one that was like, hey, you want to do an open mic? I'm doing a mic, and then I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna say, and then it just turned into like an acting challenge of just like, all right, let me write a funny monologue, because I also write. I've written scripts. I have kids book out. Like I write stuff, and it's like, so it turned into a writing exercise, and it was like, all right, I think I wrote what would be 5 minutes, and then went out to a mic. I want to say Danton's mic was the first mic, or no, it was the second mic, because I remember I was over ambitious that night, and it was a Friday, and I went out to Sidekick.
oh really?
Yeah, I went out to Sidekick first, and then I tried to go to another mic that was on the Danforth, and then I was already too late for that, because I didn't know when you go to a mic, you got to sign up, and how many people would come out. So I got there because the show started at 8, sign-ups were like 7:45, got there at like 7:50. There's already like 16 names on the list. So then put my name down, and then realized I can't make that second mic that I wanted to, and then went straight to the lab for Danton's mic, and then tried the same jokes that I did.
So like, because like I know when you're first starting, you don't realize how many people will actually show up. Like you got to a small amount that night. Like literally, sometimes it gets to like 30, 40 people.
Yeah.
And you're like there for like hours.
Yeah, like just learning that, where it's like, especially like with Danton's show, like he gets so many comics come out,
because it's the Comedy Lab's a great room.
Yeah.
And like I remember when you were first performing, like it was a monologue. Like you would go, there'd be leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
And it would always end on like there was this big crescendo at the end, and that always, because you knew how to build it up.
Yeah.
And
that was me acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just convincing people that this is my story.
And it was really, really nice, because I'm like, not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah.
Build a, like sometimes it's just like, I want to say something here, then go into something else, then go into something else. Like, no, this was a whole overarching story.
Yeah.
That actually did wind up going to 5 minutes. And like, when you first started, did you like realize how long 5 minutes can actually feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm no stranger to the stage. So I used to like host shows and mics in front of like Nathan Phillips Square, Yonge and Dunnet Square, 10,000 people, right? And it's like whenever stuff goes wrong, and it's like it's your responsibility to vamp and just keep it going, so there's no lull. Then it's like that's what I find is like when I learned about how long a minute is on a stage in front of people. But like what I didn't learn or didn't know is like how to, I guess, pace yourself dependent on the audience. Where it's like there's some audiences that are receptive and now they're engaging, so it's like you slow down your story, and then if you slow down your story, now you go over time. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me. So because like when I first started, it was just like, okay, I get so nervous that I'd like just run through my whole set in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, like, so was there any like inspirations for your comedy when you were starting? Like, cause like for example, like, inspirations can mean anything.
Yeah.
Like I'm inspired by like Tupac, NWA. Dave Chappelle, and so on and so forth. Like, is there anything for you that inspired you to do?
Inspiration in terms of
writing
style, I would say like I go to people like Dave Chappelle, and I know like people don't like referencing this guy, but Dane Cook, he tells a great story even though stuff's stolen. Like I've heard, like he tells this story. Like and I'm pretty sure some of his jokes that are my favorite from him aren't stolen, but like he has this one joke about sneezing and saying bless you, and then the crescendo of the joke goes to when you It's like I hope I die, and then I get buried, and then I get turned into a tree, and then I get chopped down to make paper, and then they print a Bible on it. Like, it's like, and it's just, he tells a great story. So it's like, that's the kind of, and I attribute that to also because I'm a writer as well, is I like writing stories, something long. Like the one-liners, I sure they're funny, but it's like, I still don't get them. Right? Because like before starting like writing monologues, I was good at writing dialogue. Right? So it's trying to now write with the audience in mind.
Yeah.
So I'm writing dialogue for the audience. The audience is the second member while I'm writing this joke, if that makes sense. Or I'm not writing the joke just about me. I'm writing the joke on how I feel the audience would also react at points in it.
Then that takes like a lot of experience to do that, because like you have experience of like being in front of tens and thousands of people, and you know how to read that. Like it's harder for like newer comedians, I'd say, because we're like only performing in front of like 4 or 5 people. The comedians in the room do not count.
Yeah,
because like
that's been my goal though.
Yeah.
Where it's like to get them to laugh. If I can get a crowd of comedians to laugh, like I'll kill with an audience, right? So it's like with the open mics, like that's been now my goal, is to get them to laugh, because like it's I know I can make them laugh with the jokes, but then it's like you get to your 4th and 5th open mic with the same people, and then obviously they know the joke, they know where the punches are, they're not going to laugh because of technical reasons, but you're there just trying to develop it and work it, and you want more laughs as the jokes go on, as the times go on, you tell it, right? Because then those comedians then also see where you're correcting it. And then it's like, but then they already know like punches are here, and then it just like
it becomes very
opposite effect.
Yeah, it becomes
yeah.
very formulaic at that point. So like you just want to do more of like an overarching story and actually like have like a general message in the story, right?
Yeah.
That's very Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and Bill Burrish. What would you say that inspires your writing in comedy? Like, is like, do you get it like from like life events?
Yeah.
Do you, from like things that you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. It's like, like I love actors who can paint a picture of something imaginative. And it's like Ricky Gervais has this one joke about how he it's the happy person in the missing poster, like using a happy picture for a missing poster, and then he goes on this whole joke about he had a long day, whatever, and then he sees like this little girl about to get whatever by this guy, but then the girl looked sad, so he didn't have a reference of what was on the picture, right? And then he just let it happen. But then it's like, because it's not the missing girl, right? And it's like being able to tell a story of something that didn't happen. That's exciting. Like I don't think I can. I feel like the laughs have something to do with how personal the jokes are. Where I don't know, just because I've written dialogue for stage and for screen, and I've gotten an audience to laugh from that, it's like I already know that's funny. But then it's like, I don't know, it doesn't count for me, if that makes sense, doing it on a stage in front of people.
Like, what do you mean by that? Like, it doesn't count?
Like, I feel disingenuine.
You feel like you're lying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, I feel like there has to be laughs behind a truth.
Okay. I feel that.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you just, like, make up... like, it's kind of like making up a scenario that doesn't exist and you feel like you're lying to your audience. And
unless you're good at it and you can paint a really good picture. And they know it's fake. But they go along with it because of how insane these ideas are.
It is, like, because, like, basically what I do is I take something that does happen, but I kind of stretch it in such a way that it's not even what it actually was at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's a completely other scenario, completely entirely. That's one way. You're still technically telling the truth because it is something that happened to you, but you just like framed it in a different way.
But then it's like you have these comedians that just it's no longer about even that at all. Yeah.
It does happen like that.
Yeah.
Let's just see where we are. 20 minutes, doing great, man. Okay. And you said you were very enamored with those actors that can actually paint a picture. Was there anyone like that you idolized that made you get into acting or comedy or anything?
Oh my god, for acting is totally separate.
Yeah, you can do both. It's fine.
It's not just that. Like, are we still on the topic of, like, inspiration for me to get into?
You can do that. Yeah, you can tie it in.
It's like to get into comedy. Other inspirations are more so seeing people that I know do it.
Like Jazz.
Even to the degree of like the cast. Like, we already knew Joko is a comedian.
Yeah.
But then it's like the cast of Easter Sunday also being comedians and doing their thing and the stages that they're getting on, where seeing people that I've worked with do it. And it's like, and then being able to see the person when they're not performing versus the person they are when they are performing. That's also really cool. Like the first time I spoke to Peter Saran off stage. Like, he's such this character on stage, and he's high. Even sometimes when he's not high, like he knows how to be high enough for the audience. And it's like, and then you talk to him off stage when he's not high, and it's like he's a very business savvy and spoken person. Right?
I've met people like that. Yeah.
And it's so cool to see that.
It's like a two-way mirror. It's like completely different on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm just like, because I've met people like that. Like, if I can shout out my girl Elise Lauren, she's a model. Like, I know I'm not gonna say what she does, but like,
is OnlyFans?
Yeah, she does.
I thought we were talking about like comedians.
Yeah, no. But
I feel like you said that just to flex on.
No. Not to flex on her, like, it's because the story reminds me of her, because like she has like this persona that she does online, and everyone thinks that she's like this, like, she acts kind of like an airhead, but you sit down and you talk with her. I've never seen
Paris Hilton.
Yeah, exactly, same thing too.
Paris Hilton is smart, but that show did so like well in terms of displaying her as this airhead.
Yeah,
and she is so articulate. I was shocked when
she
I
is
found that
a businesswoman.
Yeah.
That is a businesswoman.
Yeah.
Like, that's how come she's like, I think she's like the vice president of Hilton Hotels now or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, something like that. And the same thing with my friend. She's just like, I sat down and I talked to her. Complete businesswoman, knows how to like do deals, knows how to market herself and everything. And it's the same thing like with when you see like other comedians. You would think that, oh, these guys are just like people that are just like telling stupid ass jokes on stage. No, these are like sometimes some of the smartest people you're ever gonna fucking meet.
Yeah.
And they're so articulate. They're so well put together.
Yeah.
They might be a bit disheveled, but they're super smart. And that's the same thing I'm thinking that you're going through with, who was his name again? Patrick Russell?
Peter Saran?
Peter Saran.
Yeah.
Why is it Patrick Russell?
You know Peter.
Yeah, I do. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. This is what happens when you have ADD. Like
but you know Peter.
I do know Peter. That's what I'm fucking. Oh God, I feel like such an idiot right now. Like, this is what happens.
Quick question: is this a smoking?
No, don't.
Fair.
I would rather
I'll put this down.
No problem. Because like non-smoking in general. Even though when I was living here for a while, a lot of people the previous tenants who used to live here used to smoke weed all the time, and I'm allergic to weed. So that was the thing.
You're allergic to the plant?
I am allergic to the plant itself.
Interesting.
Because like, I know you're saying don't hijack the show, but it's a little interesting factoid. Even like you know the creams that have like cannabinol in it.
Yeah.
I get like I'll start to like swell up from that. So like
why you just use.
Yeah, I use
Vaseline.
I use regular Vaseline. I have like
That is a very interesting display right there, though. I have to say, you have protein powder.
Yeah.
You have Tums.
Yeah.
You have Vaseline lotion and your passport. That's all that's on that.
Right hey, there. This is a genius's apartment, man. This is have you ever seen a genius's apartment?
Like the most random things you'd never find on this, like, and then the passport, just like.
And I have this bottle of isopropyl alcohol.
But no, like what I just mentioned is on one platform, one thing. So it's like, sure, you can have other stuff on a table nearby, but it's like on this one that you can clearly have more things on. Yeah. You just have those 4 items.
Yes. You don't have to explain the mess that is my life, man.
Who said it was a mess? Like, that can just be a description of, you, where it's like, what does protein powder mean? He works out. Yeah. What does Tums mean? He has heartburn and indigestion. What does Vaseline mean? And then your passport, you're worldly. Yeah. Like, that's just, who doesn't want that in a man,
Is okay, like, so, like, let's just keep going on this road of, like, so, like, what would you say is, like, because I was asked this question earlier, and I want to know your opinion.
You were told to ask this question
I was asked this question once.
Oh, okay.
And it was actually a very good one, and I want to know what you think is, not your best set, but what is a set that you're most proud of that you've done? You don't have to explain what it is. You just have to give, like, just a synopsis.
My last one. I got the biggest laugh from a room full of comedians.
Okay. That was the one that we did on Thursday?
No. So then it...
Because you did get laughs on the stage.
I got laughs there, but, like, no, it was, Wow, where the hell was I?
Were you high?
I was high. It was at Nothing Fancy.
Okay.
Fancy on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Sunday?
Sunday was... Dude, it's Saturday, right?
No, last Sunday.
Last Sunday. So that would be, like, the last time you actually did a book show, right? I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Not an open mic.
But, no, this was a mic.
Oh, this was a mic?
Yeah, and it was a room full of comedians.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I think it was Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
That was because I didn't go Yuck Yucks. I stayed there.
Mm-hmm.
And got, a really big laugh. And it's like, I'd equate that to, and then the second favorite time was, like, the first time I did Yuck Yucks. Where I'm doing these open mics, I'm doing these jokes, and I know they're funny. I know they are. But I've just been doing open mics and not getting laughs, And then first time at Yuck Yucks with an audience, and they fucking died. And I was like, and that was the validation I needed.
What's the title of the joke, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to, because I don't want...
Yeah, I don't like the aspect of telling it. Yeah. But it was about getting old.
Oh, okay.
About getting old. And, no. It was the... How can I say it without giving away the punchline? But it was about diversity.
Okay.
Yeah. So... When does this go out?
It actually
I think I could say the punchline and they still won't get it. But it's the 2 girls in 1 cup.
Okay.
When I bring that up. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's taking me back.
Going through the audience and, like, building it, and then, it was so good. Like, I remember those 2 moments was like, until I got that laugh. From that room full of comedians, which I know, like, again, you get a room full of laugh from comedians, you know that's killing at a show. So hearing that was amazing. And, my first book show, Yuck Yucks.
And that's, like, something that I always try and tell newer comedians, too, or people who want to get into comedy, is that if you go in an open mic, know that you're going to be in front of a room full of comedians, and universally, it goes all over the world. Yeah. Like, India, Japan, like, it doesn't matter what country. We are the worst audience on the planet. Yeah. We do not listen to a damn thing that you're saying. Yeah. We are, or if we are, we're laughing in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're analyzing.
Yeah.
And then thinking about
your own
stuff. Or, like, if I were to make this funnier, what would I add? How would, like, how could I change this joke?
You have, like, that formula equation that's, like, over your face.
And then it's like, can I tell this comedian? Are they going to take offense if I give them a tag? or do I just like I don't like this comedian, so I'm not gonna better their jokes. Screw them.
I've done that beforehand, like, but I frame it in such a way that it's just like, did you mean it like this?
Like,
I
think that's more pretentious.
Yeah, no, like, because like sometimes like,
because then that assumes that they, had a funnier way to say it.
No, it's how do I explain it? I did this once, and it was just like, this is what I was picturing. That's what I mean. Like, this is what I was picturing, and they go like, and I've had a comedian who's been doing it for like 15 years go like, dude, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I wasn't thinking about it like that, but the fact that you thought about it like that, he's like, I might actually take it in that direction.
You know what's another also fun, memorable thing that happens, and it happens often, but it's at Joke Marm.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody gives a tag that like absolutely kills.
Yeah.
And then I got to see it happen. Shout out Tyler Stevens.
Okay.
But like he got a tag.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw him use it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the reaction. Because I saw it the first time he told it. I saw it when he told it at Marm, got it corrected, and I saw it when he did it with the tag.
Mm-hmm.
And like just seeing that was incredible. To just know that there's a community out there that will get together on Tuesdays and help each other better a joke. And like
I am so envious of Joke Marmalade.
Right.
Because it's at Tall Boys, everyone, so go check it out if you ever want to go. I can't ever go because it's at a time when I literally just get off work.
Yeah,
and
by 5:30.
Yeah, and by the time I get there, it's done.
Yeah.
I can't. There's nothing I can do about that. So like literally, it's just like literally my like.
That's fair.
It's everyone else that is on the same boat as me. Basic work 9 to 5 or like an 8-hour shift, can't make it, and like I know a lot of comedians who want to go there, just can't.
Yeah.
If you can get the benefit of going there, I say take it, everyone. Because it's one of the best places that you can go in all of Toronto. Even if you're out of town.
And you build, like, the community you get from it is incredible.
Oh.
Like, those people there, I'll see them at shows. I'll see them at, shows that they're putting on and stuff like that. And then we'll put each other, like, I'm starting a show, I've started a show. And, like, I invite people to do my show. And then they do that in return. And it's so cool.
It's really cool because it's just, like, what was it? I went there once. I was catching it by the end, and like there was this out of town comedian. He's like, I have never seen this type of community effort in any other city, because everyone usually keeps to themselves.
Yeah,
and just like says like, I have to do this on my own, and I don't want because like your joke is your baby.
Yeah, yeah,
and you don't want people criticizing your baby or telling that you could make it better.
As an artist, too, like I've been an actor for almost a decade and a half now. Hey, there's a joke right there. I'm writing this down. Okay.
No problem. Go for it. If you get inspiration on my show, go for it.
But like how actors they no, am I losing it? What did you say?
Their joke is their baby.
Joke is your baby.
Yeah.
Actors don't have a community like this, where to have a community of comedians getting together and helping each other and better. Right now, I have two minds going right now. It's like, where was the joke, as well as I'm trying to articulate what I'm trying to say.
It's no problem. Go for it.
It's wild, but like being an actor for a decade and a half, and there's no community like this, where to just better yourself, and then actors get to a point where it's like they no longer do free things, and it sucks because it's like when you're trying to even just get a short film down, you don't have a team around you like that.
Oh yeah.
And then if you do have a team, if you have people that are like this, they end up going to LA and starting a fucking house together, and they're doing it as work on. And like to just not have that in acting is sad, but then having come to comedy and then seeing this group, like it's so interesting to me.
And the other thing about it is Comedy Marmalade isn't just like random open micers. There's like headliners that show up in there.
Yeah.
Like you will get like people who have been like killing it throughout the comedy scene in Toronto and all of Ontario, maybe even Canada, that will just show up and go like, okay, here, do this, and just like, and we'll make it a way better. And I'm like, that it's just one of those like things that like I've never seen that happen before anywhere else. Where like someone who's like super freaking accomplished in our field will just help out some rando.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the
like honestly for this thing like Marlon, Norm, and Seema have been like 3 people that have kind of really been showing me the way on who to talk to, how to go about this, how to go about that, and it's like, and to have them kind of in my corner and like give me tips about it was awesome. Because like again, coming from acting where you don't really have that community, and it's like there's so many other actors out there too. They just have such a small group that you can't get access to them.
It's like a clique.
It's so cliquey. And so like to see how the community is here, it's pretty inspiring as an actor, as an artist.
Part of me wants to like not like I'm inspired to start one of my own because like it's just like since I don't have like time to go to one, I know a lot of people don't. To go to the Comedy Marmalade because it's just like it's just
no, that's fair. Yeah,
it's too early in the day.
It's unfortunate, yeah.
I'm kind of inspired to start my own just so I can help the other comedians who just can't make it because I'm on that boat too. But okay, let's just see what else we can talk about. Where exactly do you want your comedy to take you? Like, do you want it to like?
No idea. I honestly don't have a goal with it.
You don't have a goal or anything?
No.
You just kind of going with the flow.
Yeah, I'm still like dealing with some stuff that I'm dealing with, so it's serving as a beautiful distraction.
That's comedy is therapy.
Yeah,
because like you're able to like, it makes you be able to like take your problems and just look at it through a funny lens and laugh at it.
Yeah.
And something that I've learned in my life, it's an old saying, I forget who said it, forgive me, that if you take life at bits and pieces, it can be a tragedy. But if you take life as a whole, it's a comedy.
Hitler said that.
We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't.
It was in German, obviously, but it was translated. But Hitler said it. No, he didn't.
I know he didn't. That's the thing. It was a philosopher that said it. Like, Hitler is not a philosopher. He's a freaking monster.
Okay, like, I hear you.
Yeah.
I honor I honor your thought, but like, Hitler is still the best public speaker of the 19th and 20th century.
You're not, in the way, I can't deny that because like
it's such an unfortunate trait that I idolize in him. It's like everything else terrible, but oh my god, could he handle a crowd? You know what I mean?
It's like because I learned that into when I went to school. Like I know we're going on a separate tangent, but like when I was going through like media studies and all that. They just said like some of the best like cinematography was Nazi propaganda. Yeah. Which was like, which is like I'm just like I'm sitting down
like
there.
Whenever I get the question of like, who would you want as a dinner guest? It's like alive or dead. It's like okay, alive Obama, dead Hitler.
Alive, I want to talk to Jerry Spence. He's the one who defended Imelda Marcos in New York, and I'm reading his book, How to Win an Argument Every Time, because like, is that not what comedy is? Is comedy not an argument you're making? Yeah. So I'm trying to figure. Yeah, and then I just and the one dead. I know it's stereotypical. I want to talk to Mahatma Gandhi.
Why?
Because I want to know like how can someone like I watched his book, I've read his books and all that. Movie and read his books. I want to know how someone can get so mad that they just wind up going back to being loving and kind all over again. Because like he would not want to hurt anyone at all. That
and he's going from like litigation, right? So it's like litigation and money and all this, but like that's it's just that quest for betterment. And once you get into that zone, into that mind space, because like I know, I get that, because it's just like where it all started was that train station in South Africa, where he got thrown off the train because he was brown. He was in first class. He had the ticket. He had everything,
It was given to him by a white person in London. They kicked him off the train because a colored person shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you go through like one of the most painful and humiliating times of your life and go like, I'm not going to be mad.
It can fuel you to be. It's not mad, but it's passionate.
It's passionate. It's the same thing that happened. Like, I think that's what like every great mind faces that crossroad in their life. Like another person I'd want to talk to if they were dead or alive is Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, because
143.
143. I love you. Yeah, because it's just like
that was weird. You looked right at me when you said that.
I love everyone. Fuck that. Like I tell everyone I love them because you never know what the hell's gonna happen.
It's one of those things where it's like, when was the first time he told you he loved you? I didn't know it, but it was in an interview.
It was in an interview. But like the thing is, I do love everyone. I don't like he's like.
I wish I could say the same.
I know, but it's just like because it's if you watch Fred. I know we're going on separate tangents, but like just screw it. Like this is what the podcast is about. It's getting into our minds. That's the number one thing that this podcast is meant to do. It's meant to like just delve into your psyche and just.
I mean, that's what people tune in for is the banter too, and to see
exactly.
It really gets to know the person. So it's like, this is your show. This is how they're gonna get to know you.
Yeah, exactly, and you as well.
Yeah.
It's just like if you watch Fred Rogers like interviews when he was like in the 70s and all that, everyone's like laughing at him. There is no one taking him seriously. You watch it now and you're like, this guy was like 40 years ahead of his time.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're gonna share a swimming pool, a kid's wading pool with a black guy on national TV while everybody is talking about separation? Like, that's crazy. And he just loved people. It's incredible.
And that's what
he's a good answer. Yeah.
He's a good answer. He needs like admirable traits that I would want to see people have today.
But it's like, I know people who are very nice. And I know people who are very genuine about it too. And I understand where it's like, how can someone choose love all the time? It's like, I get that. That's why I'll have to sit down with Hitler. Like, as much as Fred Rogers, amazing hearted person, it's like, I know amazing hearted people. Do you know an Antichrist? Like, let's sit down with the Antichrist and see what's up in his head.
I think one of the popes would be one of them too.
Right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because like there's a lot of evil friggin' popes if you go through the history of the Catholic Church.
They're all evil, man.
Not all of them. Like, there's some good
the only
ones in
pope
there.
that was cool was Pope John Paul II, and I went to that high school, and I went to World Youth Day back when I was a kid, and I got like a cross that they were handing out from it, and I felt so special.
Every Filipino would have killed to be in your spot.
Oh my god, that is accurate. That is accurate as fuck.
I'm half Filipino, so I should know. Like,
and you're half Trini, right?
And half Trini too.
Man, I was listening to some Soca today. I haven't listened to Soca in a while.
Oh god, Soca just makes you happy.
It does. It does. I love Soca.
I have to write more sets about me being Trini.
I need to write a set about my first time in Carnival.
Oh, that had to been alright, man. How was that? I need to know.
A great time. I passed out. I was almost kidnapped. I almost got arrested. I climbed a wall that led into the stadium because we didn't have tickets. So I stormed it that way, and I fell over onto a doubles booth. Broke their...
Okay, so this was Trinidad, I'm guessing.
This is Trinidad. Yeah.
Okay. Because when you said doubles, I'm like, okay, you're narrowing it down now. I'm like, is he talking about Guyana?
No, ew, what? First time Carnival in Trinidad. What do you mean?
It's Carnival everywhere, that's the reason.
There's Carnival everywhere, but it's like, who... no offense, Guyana, but like, who's like going their first time? Guyana Carnival.
Okay, so I'm making sure too, they gave you punch and rum, didn't they?
Of course.
That explains everything. I'm just
of course, there was one party I was at. It was Soca Monarch.
Yeah.
Fantastic Friday. And for those of you that are like, oh, what is this Filipino know about Carnival? Yo, I've been helping Toronto Revelers make match costumes since like 2006.
Really?
So,
Holy
yeah,
shit, man.
I'm very heavily immersed into Carnival culture. I did like 5 years in a row Carnival Trinidad. Went Miami Carnival, went New York Carnival. But I was at Soca Monarch. You see that Trinidad accent just come out?
Yeah, I'm like, why the hell you're Trinidad? Wait, you're not even Trinidad.
And it's good, right? But Soca Monarch, they gave me, like, we were drinking the whole day. We were drinking something called jungle juice. If you don't know what jungle juice is you take a large container and you pour every liquor you have in there, and any juice you have, any
liquid, basically.
And it's jungle juice, and we drinking jungle juice the whole day out of, like, you know, the thing that you put up to a water thing and a water dispenser thing. Yeah, we were drinking out of that. It was huge, and then.
Dude, you're not describing anything new to me. I've been around this.
I'm already drunk, and I needed water. And then my friend had a water bottle with him, much like this one. It looked, sorry about that, but it looked just like this. It was full, and I was like, yo, I need water. He grabbed it. It was like half full, and I took 2 big gulps, and it was punching.
Oh, good God.
And so I took 2 big gulps, and it burned all the way down, and you can't do anything now. It's in you. So it's like it was a time bomb. And there was just one moment in the party where I was with my buddy, and he said, I just ran away. I weaved through the crowd because I'm so short, and he lost me.
That is... Okay, I know there's probably some white people in the audience right now hearing this saying, hey, I gotta go try that. No, you don't.
Oh my God. Yeah, go play Hearts.
Yeah.
Go play Hearts. They're always looking for new
people. Do not drink punch and rum.
Punch and rum is just very undistilled rum, and it's overproof, and I think they've started to regulate it more now, because, like, on the bottles it says differently, but back then, if you bought punch-in from a store, on the bottle it says not less than 75% alcohol, meaning you can have something that's more than 75% because of how it was distilled in the factory.
Exactly.
Like, there's no accurate way to measure it, so it's an overproof rum, and
because
it's so harsh.
You cannot get it in North America because it's
so harsh.
Because it is literally considered a drug.
Yeah.
Like,
you can't get it in Canada because it's not less than 75%. There's no accurate reading. That's why it's not getting in Canada.
Yeah, and like, people find ways to get it in here, but
yeah.
You know what? I would not. If there's anything I can deter someone from doing, it's that, because like you said, like, you just started running.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's normal.
Yeah.
To me, that's normal. I'm like, I've seen that. Like, I don't drink.
Oh man.
I don't drink a drop.
I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank since New Year's. I'm so proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too, man. Me. Like, because like alcoholism has a genetic trait, so like where it goes. But at the same time, I'm just like sitting down there going, like, everyone's just like, how do you like know all this stuff? I'm like, I'm Trinidadian. I live around this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like,
for me, it's like, how do you know about this stuff? Like, I grew up around Trinidadians.
Yeah, and we're very welcoming people. Like, we don't care who you are or where you're from. We'll bring you in.
That's probably why we got along so well, because like similar cultures like that.
The same thing with the Filipinos. Like, when I went to Philippines, accept me for who I am. They don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're a government building. I'm trying to write a set on that. The government building, they are very paranoid there.
Of course.
Yeah. Like, no, like, it was... Nearly died that day.
That's funny.
Like, I want to write a set on it, and it has legs. I've told it to people, and I don't want to say it on here because it takes away the thunder from it. No, I nearly got gunned down.
Yeah. I almost got arrested. I almost died. I woke up in a rose bush. That was cool.
Where, in Trinidad?
Outside of, where do they have Soca Monarch? Which stadium? But yeah, I woke up in a rose bush. Next to some porta potties. Magic.
Dude, that happens every time at Caravana. That happens every time.
But if it happens at Caravana, it's because you're having a good weekend. But if it happens at Carnival, like, that is your first time. Like, it happens. You have to have it on your first time. Like, if you don't almost die your first time, then it's like you didn't do it right. Because it's your first time. It's your first time.
Okay, then I never do it right because I don't drink.
Oh, yeah. No, you have to. That's all. Like, you can't not drink That's just disrespect to the culture. Like,
you will not believe how many times I hear that.
What are you gonna do? Like, half of the songs are about rum.
They're about rum. They're about sex. They're about fighting.
Yeah. Well, like the ones about sex, and just because of the culture of it, like it's a lot of innuendos, so it's still fun.
Exactly.
Right? So you can still play with that, but like, what are you gonna do when it's like, I'm not drunk, and then it's like KMC, or it's like water bottle of punchin', and it's like all you have is water. Like, you can't be true to that song. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but the answer is still no. Still, to this day, when I
can't do Juve sober. You just can't.
You can't. But at the same time, you're not the first comedian I've told that I don't drink, smoke, or do drugs.
I mean, like, not doing it is okay.
Yeah.
But then it's like, if you're gonna do carnival, you can't be sober for it.
I feel that. Okay, so whoa, we went on a tangent there, man. Because I think we were just talking about where would you want your comedy to take you? We went through this whole overarching story of because you're just a very fascinating dude, man.
Oh, thank you.
So are you still doing the acting here, or are you doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done any acting recently? That you're allowed to talk about. I know NDAs are a thing.
Yeah, the last thing I did was but it's been out. It was Easter Sunday.
Oh, you were on there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Where? We were background character or what?
I was one of the bad guys. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm one of the bad guys.
Because is it on Netflix right now?
I don't think it's on Netflix right now. I think they were saying it was on Amazon for rent, or is it Hulu?
If anything, it's going to be on YouTube because everything's on YouTube for purchase.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know what? I'll look that up, man. That's freaking cool.
You don't know your guests at all.
What do I know? I am that cavalcade of.
What are you again? You're in healthcare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work in medicine.
Yeah.
So I'm completely.
So you know a lot about medicines.
Yes. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm a cavalcade. I'm that person that needs to be on Jeopardy.
Cavalcade of
information.
Wow, that is a great word. Cavalcade.
Yeah. So I'm just I'm that person that needs to be on Jeopardy because I just know everything about nothing.
Yeah, I know that's me too. I know a lot of random facts.
What's
your favorite random fact?
My favorite random fact. I've learned it recently. It's part of my joke, so I'll just say it anyways. Is that one of the top leading causes of blindness is chlamydia? Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have any blind facts? No. My favorite random fact is that the moon doesn't rotate.
It doesn't. It's tidally locked.
Yeah.
I know you were talking with Brendan Zakai about that on.
Oh yeah, you were there.
I was there. I'm like, why are they talking about the tidally locked moon? I'm like, I know you. I know most people don't know what that means. It means it doesn't rotate, it doesn't spin. It's always facing towards.
It orbits the Earth, but it's always the same face.
It's always the same face. There's planets that are tidally locked. There are.
Which planets are tidally locked?
I don't know if any of ours in our solar system are, but there are in exoplanets that are in other solar systems that are.
I wonder what that planet would be like. That'd be fascinating.
I'll tell you if you want me to go on this tangent. Okay.
I mean, this is your podcast.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Basically, there's one side. If it depends on which side of how close to is it to the star.
Sure.
If it's really close, it's really, really hot. If it's and the other side will be really, really, really cold. And there would be a part of it that's just lukewarm temperature. Because let's just say
Mercury is all hot though.
Mercury is all hot because
but Mercury also rotates.
Yeah, it does too. I don't think it's tidally locked.
Huh.
If it is,
but it won't be. Yeah.
If it is tidally locked, the other side will be colder than the other.
Sure.
Yeah. For obvious reasons, the dark side of the moon is just literally.
What kind of civilization would develop on there? Would then be, how people want to live around the equator here.
Yeah.
Would then it be the medium.
Yeah.
That they'd want to live.
There is an Earth-like planet that's like that.
Interesting.
It's tidally locked, and has liquid water, but one side is scorching hot and the other side is freezing cold. But there's like a
the atmosphere wouldn't, like the winds wouldn't take the hot air to the cold side.
No, because there's no rotation.
The rotation causes the wind?
Yeah. Rotation is part of it. There's other like factors that I'm not like a meteorologist on that I would not know, but like rotation plays a part.
How much do meteorologists really know? I think that's a very diluted title nowadays. Like, they've been calling a lot of weather people.
You mean like news anchors?
Yeah.
News anchors, like, they did things absolutely nothing.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, they're not a meteorologist. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I hate meteorologists that are on TV, because I don't think they are.
You just think that they're just hot.
They're fucking news people.
No, you just think that they're actors or some shit.
Well, they're not actors, but they are under actor contracts, especially in Toronto. Like, CB24, You're not a meteorologist. Like, you went to school for journalism.
I wouldn't know that, man. I wouldn't know that. And I'm just like saying, like, guys, I'm not 100% sure on how the science works, but I'm pretty sure rotation of the Earth or rotation of a planet would play a factor in its wind speed.
It's interesting.
And what else?
Does that mean Jupiter rotates faster than us?
No.
So then it can't.
Wait. Does it rotate faster than us? I think it does.
Because...
Let me look this up.
Yeah. Because their storms are insane. I think it takes, like, Jupiter 6 days to rotate completely.
Okay, it is spinning at 45,583 kilometers per hour.
How long does it take to
do one day? One Jupiter day is literally 9 hours. A little bit less than 10 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's going way faster than us.
It's alright.
It's going way faster than us.
That's nuts. Yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah. You sound kind of sarcastic right now.
No, I'm amazed.
Yeah.
We have 24 hours in the day. We complain about not having enough hours in the day. Imagine the day was 10 hours long.
That would suck even harder.
Would it?
Yeah.
Would then a work day be 2 days?
Yeah.
But like, how would they function? If you're living on Jupiter, how?
I don't think you would be able to live on Jupiter, man.
I mean, whatever civilization would be on such a large planet.
Yeah.
Right? What happens if there is a universe out there where there is a Jupiter-sized planet living within the Goldilocks zone?
I think they already did the math on this. For life to exist on a planet, it has to be like between half as big as Earth to 10 times as big as Earth. Yeah. Because after that, gravity becomes too extreme.
That's an assumption.
Yeah, that's an assumption because life has survived weirder things.
Yeah, exactly.
But like,
and we both have watched Superman.
Like, yeah. But like, I'm just saying, like they said, like gravity becomes too extreme for like organs to form and all that.
Again, that's an assumption.
That's an assumption. It's a hypothesis, but like, it's a hypothesis, but at the same time,
I won't
subscribe to that. Everyone, this is what comedians talk about.
Yeah.
This is what we talk about. Life. We talk about fucking science. This is like what lends credence to like everyone saying why are comedians so fucking intelligent?
Yeah.
Is because we literally just talk about philosophy, science, the world around us, and everything. We don't talk about frivolous bullshit.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's kind of like, we just get sick and tired of the frivolous bullshit. Like, did you watch the Kardashians today?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that. Like, for example, like, I have a part of my joke where it's just like, you heard my joke.
I like how you say this so angrily. Like, I assume people would be happy talking about their jokes. But
no, it's like...
it's part of my joke. I just want to tell it right now.
It's just like this. My joke on Thursday was about first world problems. And I talked about, like, how, like, we worry about frivolous bullshit, but like literally, like the last week, the fires in Montreal like literally damaged our breathing air, and no one gave a shit.
I mean, it didn't damage our breathing air.
Well, for a bit.
It damaged our breathing air to people that complain about air quality. Like, it's funny where it's like, oh, it's like smoking 6 packs of cigarette a day. I know people who smoke fucking like 6 cigarettes a day. And it's like, they're interesting people.
they're very anxious, interesting people.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Don't judge them. Like, what's wrong with their life?
It was funny. Like, back to the Trinidad thing, like, what was it? My coworkers were like asking, like, how come I'm not coughing when I go outside? Because they were coughing and all that, right? I'm just like, well, I'm Trini. When you ever have a problem with something in Trinidad or you want to get rid of something, just set it on fire.
Yeah.
Like, because like I was just like, when I was there, like, just set it on fire, and we're an hour in. I think we can close it off here.
Cool. Okay.
I know, guys, this has been a very large and like a meandering podcast, but this is what I wanted it to be. I want my podcast to be like this. I want it to be like bantering, because like in many ways, like this is also to help comedians find their voice. So like, I wanted people to get to know Xavi De Guzman. This Guzman. I'm sorry. Growing up in Canada has done this to me. I'm sorry. But like, it's just like, I wanted to get people to know you. Like, this helps you find your voice in comedy. Because your voice in comedy...
What does that mean?
Your voice in comedy is who you are. Like, no one can have your voice. Like, Dave Chappelle is Dave Chappelle. Chris Rock is Chris Rock. Bill Burr is Bill Burr. Ralphie May is Ralphie May.
But then, what if I was somebody who put on a character on stage?
Then you're that character. Like Angela Clay.
How would this interview then help me?
You'll find that you will find that voice that you're trying to look for. Even if you're trying to portray a character, you'll be like, okay, so I'm too much like this. Let me do it like this. You see what I'm saying?
But then we didn't talk about anything technical in this interview. So
you didn't really talk about anything technical, but it does help out, like, flesh yourself out.
I don't believe that.
It's okay. It works for some people. It doesn't work for others. It is what it is.
None of these questions would have helped me find my voice.
No. Way to shit all over my podcast on it. I'm kidding around, man. I'm fine with that. Like, agree to disagree.
Fair.
But like, I'm just really happy that I can just like have a banter with back and forth with you.
Yeah.
So like, if anything, do you want to plug anything that you're doing?
Every Wednesday night. If you're in Toronto, every last Wednesday of the month, Wednesday Night Live. Come check that out. It's a show that I'm running over in Kensington Market. Speaking of, did they sell Nothing Fancy?
They were doing that?
I don't know. I heard a rumor. Anyways, if
they sell Nothing Fancy, I'm gonna be heartbroken, man.
I have my kids' book, Peeled Fruit, that you can buy online as well. It's about a mother's love language of peeling mango for her baby. I have my charity, the Play On Foundation, that focuses on neurological research in brain aneurysm development and prevention. So if anybody wants to head over to www.letsplayon.org to become part of that fight, that would be cool. And yeah, I think that's. Oh, and I'm also a personal trainer at Rumble Fitness in Yorkville. So if you guys are looking to get to the gym, why not come through? We got a free session for you.
And also, like, he has a link tree that's in his Instagram that you can follow all his stuff. It'll be all there.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow that. This guy is great. He's funny. He's talented. If there's anything else that I can add for me so I can plug my stuff, I don't really have any book shows right now because I'm more focused on developing my material right now.
Sure.
And if I am doing a book show, it's going to probably be the day of, so I wouldn't be able to tell anyone. What else? Yet again, if you guys want to donate to the stream, I have a Streamlabs that helps with the show. I'll get better equipment, better sound equipment. Hopefully one day a studio.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so I don't have to do this out of my apartment anymore. And I can actually hire a cameraman.
Do it at
Yep, no
the
problem.
reference library.
Huh?
The reference library, don't they have like rooms for rent?
They could do that.
Free?
Free?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's free. You just have to book it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. Like, but at the same time, like carrying all this equipment everywhere is going to be like a problem.
Speaking of podcasts, I also have a podcast.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, the 2 Degrees podcast. It's out on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts as well. The Play On Foundation presents the 2 Degrees podcast.
What do you do on that? I'm just wondering.
So, the purpose of it was just to talk shit and shoot the shit. But all my guests were industry people that I worked with, and it was just trying to find a connection between like mental health and entrepreneurship. So what artists do and what have been artists' experience going through hurdles in life that led to sorts of depression, highlighting how mental health was a big thing within it. And it also helped me understand that entrepreneurs, especially like business moguls and stuff, are also artists. So I used to separate it. I had artists and industry professionals, where everybody that I've had is an artist and an artist in their own right. So check that out.
Oh, that sounds really interesting, man. But
got some pretty A-list guests on there.
I've seen. Yeah, you've had a lot of great guests on there.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be it for today, guys. It was great having Xavi here. And this will, as I said, the last time that we'll be doing this on Twitch. I'll be moving over to YouTube because...
We hate Twitch?
I hate it, but I'm like, I just don't want to deal with the, like...
So you don't mind if you get banned from there?
I really don't.
Fuck you, Twitch! Fuck the way you do shit.
Thanks. I actually...
Man,
said it for me.
That would suck if like I get like a contract and then for Twitch like to be whatever host and then they pull this up. I take it back.
We're comedians. We know you hate us, but we're comedians.
That's a joke. Haha.
She just reminded me like this one time of this one YouTube group. They were the super best friends, and they just said Microsoft was advertising the Kinect. And the one of their videos was Connect Can Go Die.
Oh man.
Oh my god, I wonder why we didn't get an invite.
You know what? I hope that happens where then I'll go viral with that where it's like I got this contract and then they pulled up my old shit.
All publicity is good publicity.
Exactly.
Well, you guys have a good time and we'll see you next week.